Hey all, Rusty RVerTV, welcome! Check it out, we are leaving Shoshone. Had a good peaceful night here. We are gonna do some serious across the desert driving this morning. It's early, sun hasn't even come up yet. And the heat is on, clear across the country, everyone's getting it. It's June, summertime. To be expected, I guess, huh? Well, talk about back roads. We're gonna jump on one right here. It's California 178. Kind of turns into what they call Badwater Road. Just gonna cut us through. We're gonna see a couple sites, historic sites along the way. We're actually going to cut up and pick up Highway 190, which is going to take us all the way across over to Lone Pine, and then from there we are on US 395 and we're trucking north. Looking forward to it on the backside of the Sierras. It should be one beautiful ride. Little rough road, not too bad. I could have taken the main highway and cut up to 190, but I thought this would be kind of fun. And a little different scenery. We are going to be actually below sea level up here. That's what Badwater is famous for. It's one of the lowest points on Earth. So should be a sign up there we can see and whatnot. Kind of pretty through here though, the sun coming up. It's already 90 degrees and the sun is barely coming up here. The lower we go in elevation, the warmer it gets. This terrain reminds me a lot of like around Quartzsite, driving all through the desert. Okay, there's actually a dirt road there, it goes off to the left, but we're staying on the pavement. And our first stop should be up here. It's supposed to be some old ruins from a mill. Seen on the map, figured why not? Let's make a quick stop. Here it is. The mountains are still casting shadows as the sun comes up. It's almost like nighttime, isn't it? Well, there's some picnic tables, a little day use area. Let's read the signs and see what it is. Ashford Mill Ruins, 1914. Gold ore was discovered here. Looks like it was sold for $50,000. Hungarian count who also then sold it again for $105,000. That's a lot of money in 1914. That'd be in the millions, huh? But what a harsh place to find gold. That's what's left of it, some of the ruins. Imagine back in 1914, no paved roads. You'd come in here on a what? Probably a horse, wagon, maybe an old car. Looks like a little bit more of the mill. Some of the concrete. Just to get concrete back in here, my goodness. Look how long my shadow is. Well, wait here long enough. Maybe John Wayne or someone's gonna ride by in a horse. What's up, Pilgrim? Well, first stop of many today. We got a lot of miles. Oop, another sign. Let's see what it says. Wow, that breeze sure picked up. Fading fortunes. There's a picture of that structure. Thing is huge. Processed a lot of ore. My goodness. Imagine hauling all those materials way out here to build it. Alright, let's get trucking. Even the van has a big shadow. Fun. Alright, we're going to skirt right along those mountains up to Badwater. That wind just picked up here in the last few minutes. It wasn't bad at all when I left Shoshone. That was a nice RV park. If you ever get a chance, you stop that one there in Shoshone. And still getting acclimated. I mean, we're just getting on the road. Getting a lot of videos put together. Once the summer gets rolling, it'll get easier for me. And we're skirting right along this valley bottom here. They get a lot of that borax out of here and mining, who knows what else. Probably doesn't look like it on camera, but that mountain there is massive. That goes straight up. That goes up thousands of feet. In this view here of absolutely dirt, flat dirt, is brought to you by RVerTV. See what happens when I'm in this van too long driving? Alright, shouldn't be too much farther. We're the only ones out here. I'm gonna stop here a second. Show you what it really looks like. Because these mountains go straight up. Aren't those impressive? I bet there is some gold in them hills. And it just goes straight out here to the flat. It's hot. Even in the shade, we're at 92 degrees. So, anyway, that's what it looks like. Alright. Can't be much farther. Hey, hey, here it is off to the left. This is one of the lowest elevation points in the world that you can actually access. Over 200 feet. Yep, there's our little day use area. We'll stop. Okay, here it is. I'm not gonna walk all the way out, but there's some signs down there. We'll get a little shot of those. Ooh, storyboards. But it's a dry heat. Yeah. Average here is about 110 during the day. Extreme desert. How hot is it? Not bad. And check this out. There's a sign up on the hill. See that little spot? Let me zoom in on it. Way up there, that sign says sea level. So there's your sea level. And that's how far down we are from it. Here it is, Earth's lowest points around the globe. Salton Sea's one. Then Badwater Basin here is 2. Looks like they got some in Africa and stuff. So there's your lowest points you can walk on. Well, I don't know. Sounds good anyway. Well, what do you say? Let's head on down. Yeah, that ground there is just dry. Probably when it rains, it just floods through here too. When it does rain, off them mountains, oh my goodness. Probably becomes raging rivers through here. What does a sign say? It says stop. Extreme heat danger. Do not go out after 10 a.m. Okay. Well, I don't plan on it. Hoo-wee, it's bright. That is bright white. Well, we did it. We're at Badwater. One of the lowest points in the world. Right here. But we got a few miles to do. Kind of a cool stop. That sign up on that mountain though, that really gives it perspective where sea level is. Here's the official sign. Oh, 282, not, I said 232. Okay, here's our highway we want. California 190. This is going to take us all the way across over to Lone Pine. In the backside of the Sierras on US Highway 395. And people getting some pictures. There's one little historic site just on the other side of Furnace Creek up here I want to stop. They got some old mining equipment we can walk around. Very famous town. They got water here, campgrounds, RV parks, hotels. Wrong time of year to be here. You probably get pretty good deals at the hotels. So, but we're going to keep right on rolling. But in the winter, this place is packed. Here it is. I stopped here, 8 years ago. Been a while. Been a long time. Anyway, they got a cool wagon, like a 20 Mule Team wagon. Part of their old, it's like a boiler operation to cook the borax, get it out of the soil. Anyway, be a fun little walk before it gets too hot. It's already up to 94 degrees. And I'm the only one here. And probably be the only one here all day. So anyway, let's take a quick walk. Yep, just me and me. And you guys, you're here too with me. Kind of neat though, they got the old wagon up there. White gold, mining borax. Get my shadow out of the way. But they had a lot of people They would haul water in, I believe. I'm not sure of all the history, but something like that. Anyway, they got some cool looking old wagons up here. Well, some of us are old enough. Remember the old TV commercials? 20 Mule Team Borax? On some of the old westerns. Living at Harmony. People did. I mean, this was their life. You just dealt with the heat in the summer, but in the winter, hey, it's beautiful. There's old ruins of buildings down there. Probably house some of the workers. Them old big wooden wheels. Bet that thing was noisy, clanging down the dirt trails. My goodness. There's that boiler up there. That's how they cooked it out of the dirt, I guess. There's one of them wheels. Still standing after all these years. Nowadays nothing lasts, what, a year? 20 mule teams, there you go. Pretty cool. There it shows them refining the borax. Just cooking that stuff. Right up there. That had to just been one brutal hot job, running a boiler down here in this heat. Well, they all got a hat. Can't blame them. Big old shade. Well, we're climbing out of here though. This is it. Be cooler temperatures here in a couple hours. Wow, look at that picture. All the pots containing the borax. Well, borax, it's like for soaps and all kinds of stuff. They probably still mine it. Not here, but I'm sure they mine it. Kind of a neat stop here, though. It sure looks the same all these years later. There's one of their boiling pots. Old piping still left. Oh, that air conditioner feels good in the van. That's one thing, this van has a really good AC in it. Need it here. Well, once we get our 395 and Sierras, we're going to be up in elevation. Should be a lot cooler. Well, like I said, when we first started out, we're going to cross over some serious desert highways, and we sure are, huh? Okay, let's head for the mountains. That road there will take you up to Beatty, Nevada. I was up there a few years ago too. Goodness, that was quite a few. Alright, another little town. They got campgrounds, RV park, hotel, gas station. Look at that. They got some diehards, about 3 or 4 RVs out there braving the heat, but no one's here. This looks empty. It's just wrong time of year. But from here it's uphill. We're out of here. Climbing quick. Steep grades coming in and out of here. Temperature on the dash has already dropped 15 degrees from down there at the bottom of the valley. I think we'll top out up here probably around 4,000 feet. Up one side, down the other. Still pretty. Gotta like the desert. Alright, this little community here is called Panamint Springs. I stayed here about 8 years ago, dry camped. They got RV hookups. They got like a motel with rooms, a little restaurant, a little tiny store, fuel. You buy your fuel down here and it's expensive, but they got to get hauled in. There's no Wi-Fi. Also, their electric here runs off generators, diesel generators. So there's no power lines running through here. And absolutely zero, and I mean zero, cell reception. What would work here good is my Starlink. Alright, what do you say? Climb another mountain? For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for free newsletter. Put one out twice a month now, right around the 5th and 20th. Also got free screensaver downloads and a merch shop. Hats, coffee mugs, t-shirts. Make great little gifts. Cookbook, even a coloring book, which all help support the channel and future videos just like this one. Heading over to Lone Pine, California. And we're going to be trucking up US Highway 395 for a couple days. Then once we get up top, we'll be up by Lake Tahoe. Then it'll be, I don't know yet. Either we're going to truck straight up into Idaho or might cut over to the coast. We'll just have to see how the weather plays out. Anyway, make sure you check out RVerTV.tv. There's a view for you. We are climbing out of here quick. Probably right around 40 miles left to Lone Pine. There's a visitor center as soon as we get in town, or it used to be one. It's got to still be there. Right there at 395 when we hit town, we'll stop. But what a view, huh? That is a long ways over the edge. Pretty though. Think we're way down there at the bottom. Road splits up here. We're gonna keep going straight. Big old dried up lake bed here. I believe it was called Owens Lake. They pumped it dry, pumping water over to Southern California. Long time ago though. I think they mine that borax here too. Matter of fact, there's some kind of monument or something in a little town. We're gonna stop. And there's the backside of the Sierras. Snow-capped yet. Yeah, that's one big old dried up lake. History. It's all history, isn't it? Still a fun, pretty drive today. I mean, the alternative, I could have taken I-40, cut across, and then up 395, but no way. No interstates if we can avoid it. Back roads, small towns, RVerTV style. This is Keeler, California. Alright, right up here, it's supposed to be the end of the line monument where the railroad stopped. Probably from hauling out borax or whatever. And not this one. Next street. Look at the clouds. We got a little cloud cover. We had crystal blue sky back going across the desert. These clouds are kind of hanging with the mountains, huh? Alright, that monument should be right down here. Yeah, some of these buildings, they've about had it. Looks like quite a few people still live here, though. Here it is. I see it up on the left. That must be the old train depot there on the right. I'll get out. We'll walk and check it. Keeler, end of the line. It's where the railroad stopped. Imagine all the people that worked here. I wouldn't call this a ghost town. There's still people around, but some of these buildings, like that one. This must be the old train depot. There ain't much holding it up. I wouldn't go in it. That porch, let me get a little back a little ways. That porch is sagging. But there you go. There's your end of the line in Keeler, California. The old train depot. Maybe it's haunted, huh? Big building. Just seen its day. You could never fix that back up. A lot cooler here than it was a hour or so ago down in the bottom of that valley. That house is kind of hidden, but that's pretty bad shape too. Kind of a neat little place. Alright, we got Miles. Back in the van. old RVs. Probably their final resting place. Sure tell they got water here. I mean, all the shrubs, everything's really grown up. Power, water, old buildings, and you got new houses in here. Well, kind of new. That one's nice. Alrighty, get back on the road. Not that much farther, we'll be in Lone Pine. There's a museum I just found online on the phone. It's supposed to have a lot of old Western movie stuff. It's right in Lone Pine and it's open. So let's do this. We'll hit the visitor center first, then the museum, and then we'll go from there. Aren't those Sierra Mountains just spectacular? This is the east side of them. It's like a different world in California. You don't think of this area when you think of California. You always think of the coast and all the big cities and all the yuck. But this side is something else. It's been a lot of years, but I always enjoyed making this drive. Just a pretty ride. Neat little towns too. Okay, should be a visitor center right here on the left. Yep. And it's open. I need a break anyway. We've done a few miles. We left Shoshone about 100 and almost 170 miles. Not too bad. The only difference is the cloud cover. Alright, let's go inside, check it out. Campgrounds are all open. They have that Alabama Hills recreation area here, which is really popular. A lot of the overlanders and off-roaders. Looks like they got quite a few maps in here. Protect the mountains, heck yeah. Big old map. We're on the good side of the mountains, east side. We're gonna go up through a ghost town when we get way up north, Bodie. It's an old mining ghost town. That'll be in a couple days. Big area though. American Legacy. The old Western days here. That's about water. Sorry about the reflections. That is bright. It looks like lights beaming in, doesn't it? From the outside. A little bit about fossils around here. Heck, I'm a fossil. There's a museum, that old Western one. Communities. Another map of the area. Controlling dust in Owens Lake. Oh, I bet. That old dry lake bed. Well, cool. Yeah, we'll go see that one museum, that Western movie one. Yeah, a lot of the recreation, big open BLM, a lot of free camping here. This whole stretch going all the way up 395. And there's the mountains. Big picture of a lake. They got all the places to see going up 395 here. Oh, there you go. There's Bodie. We're going to be there in a couple days. That's way up 395. That's getting up near Carson City. Which there's even a museum in Carson City to see. State of Nevada Museum. Earthquakes. Yes, they get them here. Mono Lake. Not sure what this thing is. Russell Lewis Fleming. That's a memorial in memory of Russell Lewis Fleming. Okay, well, to the van we go. Pretty cool topographical map. Shows us the years. There's the lakes. We're going to be driving through a bunch of this. All right, we say we'll go check at movie museum of Western movies. Kind of like when we were up in Utah last month. A lot of those little towns were used for movies. But look at the settings. I mean, you got big open deserts, mountains, these old towns. Perfect for Western style movies. Well, welcome to Lone Pine, California. There is a lot of towns on this US 395. Kind of a hard road to film. It's very fast paced when you get out of the towns. It's pretty much 4-lane the whole way, kind of like a freeway. That's all right. We'll get to good areas and also small towns. Well, here's our museum. Get parked. Well, they got a pretty big mural here. Showing some of the old westerns. They sure made a lot of westerns, didn't they? All the TV shows. I always remember the Lone Ranger the most, I think. Him and Tonto. The silver bullet. Yeah, pretty nice mural. Oh, there's your camera truck. Well, what do you say? Let's go on in. Here you go. I love these old cameras. Big old lens on them. Back when they actually used real film. All the rigging they use. There you go. Old wagon. A lot of posters. My goodness. I know it looks light in here, but it's a little dark and the camera will get a little jumpy. There you go. Need a Stetson hat. My goodness. Wonder how many million Stetson hats are out there. They've been around forever, huh? More cameras. Roy Rogers, yes. Indian headdress. All the feathers. Probably all this stuff was used in movies as props. Tom Mix. Remember last year when I stopped at that Gene Autry museum in Gene Autry, Oklahoma? They got their own pillow. This was silent movies, wasn't it? Tom Mix. Pretty sure it was silent movies. The Hitchhiker. Ooh. So they made more than just westerns. Humphrey Bogart. Oh my goodness. And that is a clean looking old car. Stuntmen. Oh my. Yeah. What a life they have. They're in a lot of movies, not recognized. They think it's the main actor. Quite a collection. There's a lot of stuff in it. This building's not that big. It's an old movie theater. This building. Oh yeah, this car is spotless. They got some bucks tied up in here. William Whitney. They got pictures of like the backdrop of the Sierras. Iron Man, was that shot around here? There he is. There's his suit. And there's a picture of him standing in front of the mountains. Interesting. Up. John Wayne. Rio Bravo. This guy made a slew of movies. Some of the clothing he wore. Pretty cool. Wow, there he is when he was young. What a difference. That had to be way back. Errol Flynn. I haven't seen that name in forever. I remember staying up late when I was a kid and watching black and white movies. TV had rabbit ears on it. If you're a real movie buff, I mean, this stuff would probably mean a whole lot more. I'm just not that huge of a movie person. Doesn't mean I haven't seen a lot of them. Nowadays, I don't think they make that good of movies. Not like these old ones. Oh, here you go. Here's the next van. I need to put a rack on it. Then over the hood, put a big metal plate so I can stand on it, mount cameras. Now I use a tiny little magnet and a GoPros. Times have changed. And them GoPros probably have better quality than what them big old cinema cameras shot back in those days. 1, 2, they got like a half a dozen guys on there just to get the shot, so you enjoyed the movie. That's quite a collector's item there. Singing Cowboys, Tex Ritter, Gene Autry. Yeah, that museum in Oklahoma, that whole town was named after him. And he never lived there. Whole town named after him. All he did was buy property there once. And they put in that big museum. There's our stagecoach. Oh my goodness. All silver. What a saddle. That's got to be worth some bucks. That is solid silver. Very cool. Even the stirrups. And no Western's complete without your 6-shooters. Everyone wore a gun. The old boots. Leather belts. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. That was good old TV. Makes me want to go watch one now. There he is. There's my next car. Big old tank, huh? That's when they made them out of some good heavy steel. Pretty darn impressive. That must be the car in the movie right there. Here's another saddle, but not as impressive as that other one. That other one must weigh a ton. Okay, well, we're kind of in the back of this place. See what else we missed here. Well, what kid wouldn't want that bicycle? Got the saddlebags, all the emblems. They would have been the star of the neighborhood. Hop along, Cassidy. Get your own bicycle. Luggage carrier for that stagecoach. Oh, the Lone Ranger. Hi-yo, Silver, away. What a fun place to come in here. I'm glad I stopped. There's your Lone Ranger lunchbox. And a Hopalong Cassidy bicycle. You would have been the king of the neighborhood, wouldn't you? All the old shows, Wyatt Earp. The different actors that starred in them. The Riflemen. A lot of TV shows that were Western. Here you go. How about some Cheerios? And you had your Lone Ranger lunchbox and your Hopalong Cassidy bicycle. Or your Roy Rogers lunchbox. There's the Alabama Hills. That's that big rec area, that recreation area. A lot of people, a lot of overlanders, RVers, jeepers. Massive outdoor area. Reminds me of Quartzsite, that area a little bit. This building's actually a movie theater. Kind of fitting for this kind of museum. Probably play little movies and clips and whatnot in here. Well, pretty darn cool. Okay, well, let's cruise Lone Pine. Then what else can we get into today? I'm gonna stay at an RV park up the road. We've actually done quite a few miles. There's a lot of motels in here. Old ones. Old style architecture. All flat roof buildings. You'd get snow here. For sure. There's your local market. A lot of wood on the front of the buildings. It definitely is California. Redwood. Fuel's up there, nothing I can do about that. There's another motel. Big old mural there. Another one. Well, I think we're getting through town. There's a historic site up here. It's Manzanar. It's they saved it. It was a Japanese internment camp, and then they turned into a museum, memorial type thing. Maybe we'll stop there. I'm gonna spend the night up in Independence, California. It's an RV park right on the Indian reservation. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, right here on the left, there's another historic site. Right there. Darn it, I gotta turn around. We got to go back. Let me get turned around here. I remember seeing that on the maps last night when I was mapping myself out. Only take a minute to go back. Here it is, right on this busy, busy highway. See that little sign? This is the grave site for victims from a massive earthquake that pretty much leveled Lone Pine back in the 1800s. And they just buried everyone up here. It's a memorial. Here it is here. Right on a busy highway. Thousands of people drive past her every day and probably don't even know it's here. But a bunch of people died right here at the base of this mountain. You know, because California earthquakes, oh my goodness. Especially in those mountains, they can cripple a town. And here it is here. Here's their memorial. Disaster in 1872. Shook the whole town. 27 people. That's probably the whole town back then. They're all buried here. Unmarked graves. Anyway, I remember seeing it on the maps. So, well, like I said, people probably whiz by here and never even know it's here. But what a view of the mountains they have, huh? Okay. Keep on trucking. You never know what you're gonna find unless you look for it. And you gotta make the effort to stop too. Okay. Get turned back around, we'll start trucking north, go find Manzanar. Here it is here. I stopped here 8 or 9 years ago. And just seen a little bit of it. There is still snow top of those big old mountains. All the California reservoirs, they are over full. They got plenty of water now for a change. Manzanar. Yeah, this was a internment camp. Not the finest history in the United States, but it's still history. There's an old guard tower. They got some buildings fixed up like a museum. There's no charge to get in here. We'll check those and then we'll drive around their auto tour thing. They restored a few of the buildings, but this place is massive. Do you remember Poston, south of Parker, Arizona? That was small compared to this one. All the old foundations are still here from the buildings. I forget how many thousands were here. It was a total city back then. People were forced to come here. But they are saving history. I'm sure the families still come back and visit. That's what you call survival. So this is their restored blockade. I guess they had hundreds and hundreds of these type of buildings. And families lived in here. That was their furniture and bed. And they were just forced here. Kids went to school here. Really basic, isn't it? All their suitcases. So all this took place, what, between 42 and 45? A lot of the men served in the military too. But at least they're saving this. They need to. This is something you gotta save. Those little phones you can pick up and you hear a story. You actually hear the stories of the families. Go in this one. Then they got a mess hall. We'll go out to the mess hall. Go in here. This would be their what? Classrooms. School. School behind barbed wire. Oh goodness. Everywhere you look, it's nothing but the foundations, and they got all the markers of what building number was there. You can still see all the concrete foundation and steps and all that stuff. One lone tree there. Up here's their mess hall kitchen. Kitchen number 14. I bet they had a bunch of these. Thousands of people. Picture says 1,000 words right there. They're all lined up. Young family there. There's the menu. Hundreds of arrive daily. They were all hungry. I mean, what else are you gonna do? They just had to sit here. Yep, guy's ringing the bell. Come and get it. That must be the bell. Well, let's go inside. Wow, I don't remember those big pictures like that. Makes it look lifelike. All the meals, my goodness. What they would dish up, their food. First and last meals. Wow, all those people. Trap door. Secret storage. They had stills going in the basement. Good for them. Heck yeah. Get down and make you some good old high octane. That stove must weigh a few ton. These big pictures, they're kind of see-through, but it makes everything in here look lifelike. That is very well done. I've never seen anything like that. Look how you can see through them. A full meal. What they ate. Partying again is sad. They had their own social events. Heck, this was their world. Pretty amazing how times have changed. Young people don't realize what they got good. There are some of the original pictures. Looks like them all reconstructing or building them, huh? Waiting in a bread line. More pictures over here. Maiden Manzanar. All those folks. That's something how they made a picture like that. That wide. Panoramic. Right in front of the mountains. Which is right there. That picture was taken. Look at all the buildings. That's just how big this place was. Hard to imagine. There's 395. There are just hundreds of these buildings in here. Sustaining 10,000. Wow, I didn't realize it was that many. 10,000 people lived here. And there's the chef. Fed a lot of people. But every time I come to a place like this, I always look at the view that they were looking at. All those years ago, they stood here looking off at those mountains. Mountains are still here, huh? And just their memories. Alright, this must be the bathhouse. Community sink. Commodes. Probably showers. I don't think we're in this one. And this looks like their operations. Probably mail room. Looks like meetings. They probably had their own leaders in here. Cool old file cabinet, all wooden. Well, what do you say? We'll drive around, getting out of here. Their auto tour. You can take a drive through the property. It's supposed to be a really nice rose garden and water feature up here. We'll go find it. Then there's a memorial at their cemetery, I believe. They got little signs where all the buildings and barracks were. This whole area was covered in them. I just spotted a sign. I want to stop and check it. Been a long day. I'm getting a little tired. Well, once we leave here, it won't be too much farther. The town of Manzanar. They had their own town. Store, garage, everything here. Well, let's go find that garden. I see it off to the left. Get parked, we'll walk in there. There's the sign for it. I'd say over there with all those trees. Apple orchard. It's all fenced, brand new fencing, so they're maintaining this. They're still farming this place. Benches. I bet they hold services here through the year for families. Wow, this is nice. Got grass growing, big trees, nice and green. This is desert. Grass don't grow the best here. Here's the rose garden. They're all blooming. Those look good. Lots of colors. Pinks, whites, yellows, reds. It's a lot of work. They look good though. Okay, well, head back towards that van. Bridge made out of old logs, all tied up with rope. That's some ingenuity there. No water. Well, probably in the winter time maybe, huh? Okay, out here's that memorial with the cemetery. We are way out here. This is one big property. They even got their own reservoir out here. See what the signs say. Legacy. Japanese writing. Very sacred place. Yeah, the ones that lost their lives here. Wow, look at all the wreaths. Jeez. Quiet out here. Bench you can sit and just reflect on it all. Oh, my goodness. There's our memorial. Right at the mountains. Very fitting. That big old blackbird's been watching me since I got here. Okay, well, here we go. Gonna head for Independence. Just a few miles north, then go find that RV park. Here's the original entrance into this camp. Right up here, where all those tens of thousands of people, there were probably, what, bussed in here. Here's the old shacks, guard shacks. Still standing. That's something. Here's another one. They got markers for the administration buildings on the other side over here. They've got a silhouette of a person in there. Yikes, huh? Alright, let's go jump back on that highway. Here's their sign. Welcome to Independence, California. I need to grab some fuel. Not paying attention, I'm getting down there. Buy some of this expensive California diesel. Oh well. We're here exploring. This is an old town. That's an old gas station. A lot of these buildings are really dated, aren't they? Oop, here's one. Guess it don't matter, huh? Which one? Grab some fuel real quick. All fueled up. That RV park is just right up the road. A little casino here in Independence. Part of this is Indian Reservation. Wow, big old courthouse there, huh? Cool old buildings. This is going to be a fun trip heading up 395. I am so glad I picked this direction this year. It was on the list for a long time, but you know, with stuff shut down years prior and all that, now everything's open. Really looking forward to getting up to Bodie. That ghost town, mining ghost town, supposed to be like at 8,000 or 9,000 foot level right on top of a mountain. That'll be something to see. Actually, we'll be seeing it next video. Yay. Like I said before, just getting the wheels turning this summer. Welcome to the 2024 travel season. Journey never ends. Talk soon.